Hello! So in today's little video, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning, which is a bit different, but then again. So what I have here is an old portable CD player. When I was in my early teens, this was sort of the thing that was going around. And the early ones were a bit of a pain because with a CD, it has to be on a stable, flat surface that's not moving for it to be able to read a disc. It's because it's got a little laser, and if you know what a record is, well, anyway. If there's movement, it will generally cause problems and the reading will stop. Later on, they came out with inbuilt memory, and they were able to record sometimes like 10, or this one's limited to 10 seconds. I think I had a one that went up to about 30 seconds that you could set it to. That way, if you were walking or if you were in a car that's moving, it wouldn't skip, or if it did, it wasn't as often. Now, this isn't specifically about the portable CD player or the revolution where I was in. This is more about this gunk here. And if you buy things secondhand or you want to clean something up that's had a sticker on it, well, you'll sometimes end up with this. Now I've got a magic cleaning solution which is homemade. And this, well, a lot of it's water. I freshly squeezed a lemon and sunk that in here. There is also a little bit of vinegar and bicarbonate of soda or bicarb soda or baking soda. And that's it. Now, being around electronics, you might think, ugh, bad. Yes, in a lot of cases it's bad, but as long as you use it sparingly and don't get it on any electronics, it shouldn't cause a problem. As you can see, this thing was only like $2 from an op shop. It's like this was from a church. Now, there's one major downside when doing this kind of work on devices like this. An example will be with this particular one. This lid is quite, well, fragile. So, good idea to be very careful. Also, another fun thing, this was before lithium-ion batteries or lithium battery packs, so you ended up having to go with AA's in this thing. Always fun. Okay, so let's get started. What I have here is a rather coarse rag, which I'll be using. Put this aside. Just a quick little spray, and we just start at it. Okay, so that was more of a test, and I don't see any, well, I don't see any of this writing being eaten away. This is when we get serious. There we go. Ooh, that is strong. My plan's not to speed this video up or anything, but just to simply go through it and slowly rub it off. As you can see, the word slowly definitely applies to this. As you can see right now, we are getting something done. So the way I understand how this works, the bicarbonate of soda acts as a grit, for instance. And I have honestly no idea what kind of sticker was on this before. But as you can see, this is not one of those quick fix in like 30 seconds. This will take some time. So you have to make sure that you are committed. Now, there is another substance you can use. It's called eucalyptus oil. That is very strong smelling, so if you were to use that, make sure that it doesn't affect you, and also don't do it around your dogs. Dogs, I've noticed, don't seem to like that smell, which is very good if you've got a problem one. So right now it just looks like I'm spreading it around, but if you take a bit of a closer look, or a better look, you should be able to see that it's really starting to eat away at all that plastic gunk, or the sticky gunk, sorry. Bit more. I'm not sure about the actual acids, what they play in this whole thing, but well, yeah, you'd probably comment that up here is looking worse. It just still rubs right off. So there. Honestly, anyone who's dealt with secondhand parts or anything would really hate the sticky substances. I end up having to deal with a lot of laptops myself that are secondhand, and they can have all kinds of weird stickers on there. If you are wanting to remove a sticker, grab something like a tissue or a bit of paper towel, damp it, and then place it on the sticker itself. This generally seems to work better with paper type stickers. I've had a bit of a push and pull when it comes to plastic, so I'd most likely end up using this kind of method on it. As for eucalyptus oil, might be an idea to have a bit of a play with that. Hang on a sec. So just grab the tissue as well, and I'm going to try some eucalyptus oil. Now, my experience has been these tissues generally seem to fall apart with any bit of pressure, which is real pain. Anyone who suffers from hay fever and it comes out of their nose would know. So this is just using straight eucalyptus oil. Ooh, now look at that. So, put the lid back on. Let's try tackle it with this again. Oh, sorry, I should also mention that you can put eucalyptus oil in this solution if you wanted to. But this mix that I'm using right now I used to clean my bathroom. So it's very useful. Okay, let's try to tackle that again. This tissue's actually holding up quite... Ah, there we go. See, it's starting to tear apart. So if you do use a tissue while using this, you'll end up making a lot of mess. I suppose I should probably state right now that it appears the eucalyptus oil's done a much more useful job, which means I might have to take some over with me today. I've got a laptop to clean up that, well, let's just say it was used in a kitchen by a family, and it's seen better days. Like I've said, eucalyptus oil does have a very strong smell to it, so if you were wanting to use it, by all means, but you've got to be careful. If I was to wipe it on this sticker here, it's potentially going to eat away at the ink. So you've got to be careful when using stuff like this. The other thing is eucalyptus oil is generally a bit more friendly, you could say, well, potentially. This thing's multi-purpose cleaner, antiseptic, and also colds and flus, so it's not something like methylated spirits that's something you really can't handle. This generally a lot safer, generally, but still don't drink the stuff. I mean, anyone who thinks that's a fun idea is obviously got something wrong upstairs. Ooh, and that stand does really shake. What I will say is that using both, I'm a bit surprised here. It's proving to be a bit more interesting. What do you know? So there. As you can see, it wasn't able to remove the scratch over here, but in general, it looks a world better. Feel free to zoom back to the beginning of this video and you can see the way it looked before and how it looks now, which is vast improvement. And someone like myself who's a bit obsessive compulsive and nitpicky, I hate that, I hate that, I hate all the scratches over here. But in general, that little nasty thing here, the screen itself has got a bit of a couple of marks on it, which I'm not happy of. But they appear to be more scratches than anything else. So yeah, that's a nice quick little mix. If you're in Australia, most supermarkets do stock this, so yeah, yay. But other countries would not be too sure about it. So anyway, this is cleaning stickers off electronic components. Remember the basic rule? Wet this, don't wet the device. Anywho.